How's it going, everyone? This is Pato from designfungus.com. Today with a very exciting tutorial for all you guys. Today we'll learn how to design icons in Photoshop. We'll design an iPhone, a camera, and a location marker all inside Photoshop. So without further ado, let's fire up Photoshop CS5 and get started. Once inside Photoshop, we open up a new document and then we select the foreground color as black and then fill up the background layer with the foreground color. Next, uh, we create a new layer above the background layer. We can toggle the guides on and off by pressing Ctrl R on the keyboard and Command R if you're on a Mac. Then we can drag the guide till it reaches the center point. We know that it hits the center when it clicks, and the intersection between the two lines is the center point of the whole document. And we select the foreground color as white, as we'll be designing the whole thing in white. Press P to select the pen tool and select a path. It's always advisable to select the second point at an angle of around 60 degrees to the vertical line. So that when we click the third point, it automatically falls in the straight line. And we close the loop, right click, fill path, and OK. We hit enter on the keyboard to delete the path layer. Then we duplicate it by pressing Ctrl J and Ctrl T for free transform. Then we flip the document horizontal and press OK. Uh, we can hide the guides by pressing Ctrl H. Then we select the move tool and then while holding shift we slowly glide it across till both the layers coincide. Then we select both the layers and hit Ctrl E to merge them. And we hit the elliptical murky tool and we select a small sphere and then hit delete. This finishes up our location marker, and let's rename this as location and marker. Then press V on the keyboard and move the marker slightly across to the left end of the document and we hide it. We now create another layer above the location marker and group it by pressing Ctrl G and rename the group as iPhone. Now we select the elliptical rectangle tool and then make the size of slightly this height and press enter to remove the layer path. Then we select the rectangular murky tool and create a new layer, and now we'll create the screen, and the screen will be roughly this size for an iPhone. Now we select the gradient tool and select the gradient editor, the first marker to be of a black solid and the second a slightly dark grayish black and hit OK. Now we slide the gradient tool all the way from the top to the bottom and this finishes our screen. Now the next step will be creating the menu button. We select the elliptical murky tool and we make it somewhat the size of the menu button and place it in the middle portion. Then we select the black color and fill it up. Fill up the selection with black. And the next step will be making the switch for the button. Let's zoom in by pressing Ctrl and plus on the keyboard. And we select the elliptical rectangle tool and then while making the foreground color as white, we fill up the button with white. So this makes the button for the iPhone. The next step will be to make a camera, front camera for the phone. We make a new layer above all the layers and then we make a small circle. Let's zoom in forward by pressing Ctrl plus on the keyboard and then we make a small circle to represent the camera and we fill it up with black. Then we select the rectangle murky tool and then we make a small soundbar for the front side. We press Alt backspace on the keyboard to fill it up with the foreground color and this finishes up our iPhone. So we'll know in a short while we have selected the white color as a color for the time being. So to look at the names of the layers better, we make the panel a little broader. So this is the body of the phone, this is the screen of the phone, and this is the menu. So we write your menu, and it's always advisable to rename the layers so that we can know at the later point of time what each layer denotes. So this finishes up our iPhone, and so now we hide both the layers and then create a fresh layer, group it. Let's not. We toggle the switches and then select the rectangle tool once again so that we can make it slightly the size of a camera. So next up we'll create an elliptical marquee tool. Now we group the layers and we create a new layer. To this will be the lens of the whole camera. So let's make it slightly, so this will be bigger. So we make it slightly smaller and then place it in the middle of the camera. Then we select the black color and fill it up. So now we go to select, modify and contract. Let's contract it by around 10 or 8 pixels. No, we have to contract it by say 12 pixels and then hit delete on the keyboard. So now the next step will be placing a small glowing thing in the side of the camera, and then we select the elliptical rectangle tool once again, rounded rectangle tool, and then we make it slightly the size in the middle part, and that will be okay for a camera, yes. Then let's go to the side panel to size it up a little bit. We select the layer, second layer in the camera group, and then while holding shift we drag the Murky tool all the way to the bottom. So while holding shift, when we make a selection while holding shift, it makes the selection at an angle of around 45 degree to the horizontal line. So Control Z to redo that, and now we have a camera. So let's stylize the camera a little bit more. So we make a small round elliptical marquee in the middle of the lens and fill it up with black. So this gives us the camera look, and we make a small kind of dash in the side of the camera so that I don't know, it can be more like a camera. So let's rename the whole group to be camera, and now we rename the layers. This is the body, uh, this is the lens, and this is the, let's combine the body and this layer together because they all fall under the category of body, and we bring the body below the lens layer, and so now we have the camera ready. So we have made all three of the icons, location marker, camera and iPhone. So let's work on the iPhone for the current moment. So this is the reason why we have made the whole icon in white. When we double click on the mask layer, then we get a to pick a solid color, so we can restyle the icon in any color we want to. So let's resize the body, and now the menu button, so let's make it a green color. Changing of colors when we use this method is very easy. We can change the screen color as well, but the screen normally, let's face it, is black. So let's stylize the icon a little bit more. We make a elliptical murky tool, fill it up with a white foreground color by pressing Alt backspace on the keyboard. Then let's rescale the iPhone group to around this size and then place it in the middle of the document. Okay, then let's create another layer above the base circle, and then now we'll create the shadow. So let's this would be it. Let's fill up this layer with black, and then we'll reduce the opacity to around say 40, 28 would be good enough. So let's keep it around at 25 to 30. So this finishes up the iPhone logo. So We can a very nifty trick is that we can also rescale a logo to make it something like a tab, an iPad or something. So this is all for today. You guys keep on designing, and I'll see you later.